Hello, welcome to Cine-dreamzzz. Today we'll be looking at the 1992 science fiction film Alien 3, which was the feature film directing debut of legendary David Fincher, and a film that might be familiar to Scousers.
I always get shite all over me boots.
Alien 3 continues the story of Ellen Ripley, survivor in both Alien and Aliens. Here she crash lands on Fiorina 161, a stark, desolate planet that is home to a correctional work facility housing many dangerous criminals. Ripley unknowingly brings an alien egg with her, and the resulting facehugger successfully gestates and gets loose in the facility. The prisoners and wardens are woefully unprepared for the now fully grown creature, which begins to pick them off one by one. Ripley, who has been nursed back to health by the prison medical officer, understands why prisoners are being found mutilated and tries to explain to the prison superintendent, but she's only met with complete skepticism. It's only when the alien kills him in front of the prisoners that Ripley is vindicated and they realise the grim situation they find themselves in.
Fuck!
The prisoners and Ripley then band together without any serious weaponry to take down the formidable killer, which leads to more grisly deaths and a shocking revelation for Ripley, which leads to her making the ultimate sacrifice. Now, from the very beginning, Alien 3 is a film that has sharply divided opinion. My own friend has threatened to take me out with both shells of a double-barrel shotgun for telling him I prefer it to Jim Cameron's fantastic 1986 sequel, Aliens, which I do love and will cover in the future. Hicks and Newt, two greatly loved characters from Cameron's film who survived, are both killed off screen in Alien 3 during the crash landing. This decision instantly soured the film for many fans, as did its relentlessly dark and oppressive atmosphere, and the characters who are mostly scum. However, despite these criticisms, I adore Alien 3. Let me show you why. The troubled history of Alien 3's production is now the stuff of legend, as explained in the 2003 documentary Wreckage and Rage. Before settling on newcomer David Fincher, producers David Giler, Walter Hill and Gordon Carroll had considered Vincent Ward, a talented director from New Zealand. Ward had a fascinating concept of monks in space, living on a specialised wooden planet whose serene existence is interrupted by Ripley's crash landing. Parts of Ward's treatment would make it into the final film, and he would end up getting a story credit. This paved the way for the film's setting being a prison rather than a monastery. What strikes me about Alien 3 is how original it feels, even as a third film in a franchise. It's almost like a standalone movie, such is its unique feel. I have no doubt that this is down to the dark vision of David Fincher. The planet Fiorina 161 is beautifully stark and desolate, an original world brought to reality through matte paintings and clever compositing. Its effects were made at a time when CGI was still in its infancy. I love the design of the alien in Alien 3. The bold choice to make it more animal-like adds a feral, predatory edge. H.R. Giger's return to design the creature ensures that it retains its biomechanical elegance, making it truly magnificent, especially in the close-up shots. Alien 3 stands out because it is grounded in expertly constructed practical filmmaking, images that are tactile and real. There are a few noticeably subpar shots of the alien, which was down to poor compositing, but I love the practical approach that the filmmakers took to try and show the alien moving in a way that we hadn't seen before. Effects aside, I love Alien 3 for its showcase of superb British actors, including Brian Glover as Superintendent Andrews, Charles Dance as Medical Officer Clemens, Pete Postlethwaite as Prisoner David, and Scouser Paul McGann as Prisoner Golic. Carl Chase, another Liverpool actor like McGann, provides some comic relief.
Never mind. Chop it up later and throw it in the stew.
Right. Yeah, but treat 'em mean. Keep 'em keen.
The prisoners are mostly dark characters, some in prison for repulsive and brutal crimes. In particular, Dylan, played by Charles S. Dutton, tough as nails, who somewhat leads the other prisoners through faith. Ripley should be intimidated, but she's gone through so much horror that these men don't affect her at all. I love the dynamic that these hardened, brutal men, who society fears, are reduced to being powerless victims when confronted by the relentless, inhuman force of the alien. Alien 3 feels like a true alien movie. It returns to the suspenseful roots of the franchise with a singular alien lurking in the shadows, picking off characters in carefully crafted, tense scenes. Unlike later entries like Alien Romulus, where the alien feels like cannon fodder, the alien here is treated as a vital, terrifying presence. Elliot Goldenthal's score for Alien 3 is a masterpiece, arguably on par with the iconic compositions of the first two films.
Fuck me.
Goldenthal masterfully enhances the film's suspenseful moments with airy, otherworldly tones, perfectly capturing the tension of the alien's relentless stalking. I love Goldenthal's ingenious use of industrial sounds and mechanical elements, blending them into the music to amplify the oppressive mechanical atmosphere of Fury 161's industrial settings. Though Alien 3 is often underrated and disowned by David Fincher due to relentless studio interference, his vision shines through, proof of his remarkable skill and determination. In 2003, an assembly cut of Alien 3 was released, based on Fincher's editing room notes, which added previously unreleased scenes. The result made Alien 3 more coherent and it felt more of the film Fincher intended to make. Still, I can only imagine how good this could have been if Fincher had been allowed to make the film that he always wanted. So that's going to do it for this episode of Cine-dreamzzz. I hope you enjoyed the video and don't hesitate to subscribe if you like the content. And as always, don't forget your popcorn. See you again soon.